2 others were injured in the shooting. Trump could be seen.
All right, guys, I know this is a very controversial topic, but the Trump shooting, I've been watching so much on it, it's actually got me intrigued. Normally, if I get a few minutes at home, I'm watching Whistling Diesel or some of these other great YouTube guys out there. But ever since I got the call moments after it happened, I said, you know, this is crazy. You know, one, it's crazy what this world is coming to, but also, two, it's crazy when you are on, you know, me and my family, we hunt. I'm not an avid hunter because I'm always at work. I do target practice some. We do legally owned guns. And I can tell you what a lot of people may not realize is how quickly that could have gone the other way. Like, it is just God, luck, whatever it was that made that bullet not hit his head any differently than it did. And at first, like everybody, I just was all over the place. You know, was it set up? What happened? How did it happen? It's crazy. But 150 yards, I want you guys to have an example. My guy can only zoom in 10 times on this phone camera here. But 150 yards puts you at G's Tire, one of our neighbors right there. Rifle can go 30 to 50 times zoom. I'm pretty sure I don't shoot a lot of rifles. I have some, but mostly shotgun. But I know you can zoom them in tremendously. You might can go further than that. You guys that are experts, drop it in there. I want to say the right thing. But when you zoom in on that sign, and we'll drop the picture zoomed in, you'll see how close you're looking at. So whether you're an expert or an amateur, even an amateur, if you're looking through the crossbow, you center your sight at 150 yards, depending on the ballistic of the bullet, style, brand, whatever, and how he was set up on his rifle, it would drop about an inch at that distance. So even if the crosshairs were set up dead accurate, it might have dropped an inch. A head's a big target. It's just crazy that we didn't have a different outcome. It is just unbelievable. And we're not political people. We don't talk politics in the business. You know, everybody has their own right to their opinions on that, but it's still a life, no matter how you cut it. And a life was lost. Several people were injured, and a future possible president and a past president could have been assassinated and murdered in front of the whole world live, which would have just been insane. But I know a lot of guys, you know, they're not avid gun people. A lot of people don't support guns. Again, I grew up from just a family that literally back generations hunted and fished, you know, to eat. You know, that's what my great-grandfather did. My grandfather as well. We cooked everything we shot, so we didn't just do it for sport. But if you look at that zoomed-in picture and realize how easy it is to do that, it's scary that this didn't go another way. And who knows what the world would be coming to. Riots, war, anything could happen. And the other really scary part is, what happens if that happens to somebody in office? We know it's happened in the past. What would happen if it happens in the future, and how that would go? Another thing that I meant to throw into this video, Matt from Demolition Ranch. I feel like he's a buddy of mine. Never met the man. He won't know who I am for nothing. But he's a very big YouTuber. And we actually had one of his giveaway vehicles. He builds and gives away stuff like a lot of big YouTubers do. He's got millions and millions of subscribers. That's what he does for a living. But I watch his stuff. I watch his content. It's fun. It's entertaining. Gun safety, you know, he's a big gun guy. But the guy was wearing his shirt. And just by dumb luck, the guy was wearing his shirt. CNN said that they were wearing his shirt, so he obviously got a lot of backlash immediately about it, which wasn't fair. So I watched the video. He actually went on and dropped a video that said, hey, yes, the guy was wearing his shirt. You know, he sells merch to people all over the world. You know, sold thousands and thousands of shirts. He doesn't pick who buys his shirts. No different than we don't pick who buys a car. Somebody could run through a crowd and kill people driving one of our cars. But, you know, he felt bad about it. He came and, you know, made a statement about it. And I was really impressed, guys. Everybody in the comments was super supportive. Hey, Matt, you didn't do anything wrong. Hey, Matt, we love your content. Everything about it was good. Did we lose? Nope, sorry. So kudos to that. I was really afraid, you know, somebody that was nowhere involved with this at all, like Matt from Demolition Ranch, would have gotten pulled into it. But all the feedback was good. All the comments that I read were good. So I have a little faith in humanity that, you know, shit does happen. So again, I know it's super controversial, but you know, there's so much content out there. Seeing the shooter, that was the other thing. As soon as it happened, the building is almost identical to this building here. So to see the man climb up, get on the roof, I mean, if you're standing right here, you're not gonna see it. If that man's up on that roof, if you stand back quite a ways, you're still not gonna see it. So the guys on the ground would have never known once he got up there. Now we know that people, bystanders saw it, saw him climbing. There was a lot of things that took place that's now coming out. But once that man was on that roof, other than the guys on the roof, like that building, would be seeing that building. But that building's not gonna see on the roof of that building. So I think there was a lot of fallacies. There was a lot of things that happened. I give those guys kudos to do what they do, because regardless, right place, wrong place, they're still putting their life on the line, just like our police officers and our first responders. But, you know, it could have ended very differently, and that's what just kind of shocks me and unnerves me a lot. It could have gone the other way. Just a touch, and things would have been completely different today. So, I know you guys got opinions. I'm sure you're going to comment on here, but that's just ours. And again, not political, not nothing else, but just, you know, our true raw feelings about it. We've been chatting about it, you know, a little bit, and all of us realized that could have really turned ugly fast. It already turned ugly and bad enough that doesn't matter who somebody is, president or not, anybody lose their life is terrible. So condolences to the families that are affected by that. And let's hope this world changes a little bit and gets a little better. Thanks, guys, for the support and watching.